All right, what is going on, guys? I am over here picking up my dumpster, and I just wanted to briefly share this story with you of what just kind of happened this morning. I'm over here picking up my dumpster from a last-minute, spur-of-the-moment Saturday morning call for a 2-day rental, so Saturday, Sunday, and then pick up Monday this morning. And I'm over here picking it up now, and the neighbor came over. And it's kind of interesting because he came over and he was talking about the homeowner situation. They're evidently pretty good friends and chatting about this and that. And then he mentioned, his situation with his son's doing some renovation, and he might be in the market for renting a dumpster. So we chatted about that. He asked about the business overall. I said, I'm self-employed. I started this business about a year ago and just kind of slowly growing and just trying to provide a quality service. And that kind of sparked him in his thoughts, and he kind of shared some things going on in his life with his house and projects that he's done, and particularly his roof. And so I was chatting about all these things, and I thought, well, I do know one roofer that I've worked with several times, and he does a phenomenal job. He's easy to work with. He's honest, which is probably half the battle for roofers. And so I said, hey, if there's any way I can point you in the right direction, that somebody at least that might give you a better quote. He was evidently quoted 15 grand for this roof, and in no way, shape, or form should that roof be 15 grand. So even in my opinion, from what I've learned, and I've asked a ton of questions about roofing, so I said, would you be interested in another quote? Because I know somebody who I work with, I trust, and he does a phenomenal job from what I can see and what I can tell, and as I'm learning. And so he said, yeah. So I was able to give him my business card for his son, maybe potentially him, I don't know, and then also be able to connect him with the roofer that I use on a regular basis, or uses me rather, for the shingles. And so being able to, first of all, just take the time to invest in other people, take the time to have that 10-minute conversation I just had. Potentially I got a customer myself, then I potentially gave a customer, or point somebody in his direction to the roofer that I use, which means I'll have probably that customer as well. I'm helping somebody who uses me, and I'll be used probably for that job too. So potentially 2 jobs out of a 10-minute conversation, simply trying to connect with another human being, reach out to them, see where can I be a blessing, where can I be a help, and point them in the right direction, point them in a safe, truthful, honest direction as far as working with anybody. So I just wanted to share this video with you. It's these moments that I really truly feel that it's worth the time, it's worth the effort to actually invest in these people, to take that time. Who knows? I could be making for 10 minutes of a conversation, plus the normal time it would take to get a customer. Is 10 minutes worth your time? Is 10 minutes to reach out to somebody and connect with them somehow? Is that worth your time to be able to acquire a new customer? And potentially face-to-face interactions are probably going to have a deeper connection than anything online, anything over the phone. He knows intimately about my business, when I started it, what I'm doing, how much I have, what I've done in the past. Before I started this, I shared everything. I just spilled the beans. I want to share, I want to give, I want to just open my life up to a certain degree. And so for me, this is absolutely necessary. It's worth it. It's important. You're not a machine. Your website might be, you are not. You need to, rather than sell them on a dumpster and maybe a price, some people might want to just buy a dumpster at a certain price. But the truth is, for us, we need to be able to sell. We have to sell ourselves. They have to believe that we're honest, we're true, we're going to show up on time, we're going to treat them with respect, we're not going to nickel and dime them to death, we're not going to just mistreat them as a customer. Like, we have to actually care. They have to believe we care. If they don't trust you, they're not going to use you. It doesn't matter how cheap your price is, how good of a deal it is. So anyways, I just want to share this with you. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. This dumpster was maybe barely half filled up. Let me show you. If you can even see it, this thing was barely, you know, halfway filled up. Let's see here, go to the back. Already got the tarp across. Nothing at any point is even, I've already got it locked up there. Never mind. It was already, you know, filled up halfway. And this is gonna be a very efficient dump fee price. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the truck and skedaddle out of here. But taking the 10 minutes, I absolutely believe is worth it. Connecting with him, potentially meeting his needs, or his son's needs for needing a dumpster for his renovation stuff. So be thoughtful, care, take the time. If your primary focus is not customer service, is not service, selfless, oriented, if it's always, I want to see the money immediately and then we'll talk, that's not how you win people over. Unless your price is too good to be true and you can treat them like garbage. If you are serious about building a business, unless you've got crazy money to advertise like bananas or something, I believe it's the grassroots, intentional, thoughtful, personable actions that actually will win customers for life. We're not just talking about one-time uses. If they use you once and they still have your information afterwards, and now he has my card and information, and evidently, you know, he saw my dumpster and everything across the street, that's the type of customer who's going to use me going forward. And I think this is just too important. This is the type of way I want to scale my business, the type of way I want to grow. I don't want to grow off of half-hearted relationships with customers. I want to build connections that last a lifetime, and things can grow out of that organically, naturally, instead of trying to force something. I do pay for ads. I do that as well, but that's not my primary focus. I want to, as much as possible, to meet people in person, to chat with them over the phone as sort of personable as that sort of is, and to build it that way. I'm in this for the long term, the long game. And if you're going to be seriously getting into a dumpster rental business, that's how I think you should do it as well. Unless you've either got a lot of time to be able to grow and scale things that way, being personable and taking that time, or you've got a lot of money. And not all of us have a lot of money to just throw at crazy ads and to go through that on your own. I want to, at the very least, take the time, meet people's needs, and in return, they'll keep coming back. So hopefully this was a help to you, thought-provoking. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys on the road. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.